Hi friends, I hope you are having an amazing Friday night. It is nice and raining here. Luckily, I got Willow out right before it started raining. And I wanted to let you know, I almost did not go live tonight because I've been gone most of the week. We don't have a lot of groceries in the house. I had to run out and grab a dinner to go. Could you believe I got 2 burgers, 2 orders of onion rings, and 2 blizzards, and it cost me just under $30. Kind of crazy, right? So, but whatever, that's life. I'm going to do some grocery shopping tomorrow to have some food in the house, even though I leave again Sunday. Last week, this coming up week, and the following week, I'm gone from Sunday through Thursday each week. And then I'll be home for maybe a week. But let me tell you, have you ever had one of those weeks where it just feels like life just keeps on lifing? That has totally been my last few weeks. A couple weeks ago, I was on a work trip through Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, over 1,500 miles on the road. It was a lot. It was really a lot over the course of 7 days. That's all, just 7 days, and probably 4 hotel rooms. Anyway, pardon me while I catch my coughing there. So I got home and I was like, whew, I can finally breathe. No. The universe had other plans because we had a wind and thunderstorm on a Friday night, kind of like this one, only the wind was, I don't think I've ever seen it as bad as it was that Friday night. It was a really bad wind. And our power went out. And we lost power for 3 days. And I still had work to do on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then work from home Thursday and Friday. Well, then I flew to Oregon last Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m., getting in at 8 a.m. their time, and rented a car and then had to drive 200 plus miles to go from Portland to Pendleton to do a job on Monday. And then guess what? I had to drive back from Pendleton to Portland on Tuesday to do a job on Monday to do a job on Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's been a lot of driving and traveling. And then my laptop decided it did not want to have Wi-Fi. It did not want to allow me to use Wi-Fi. So Wednesday and Thursday, I did not have much Wi-Fi until I got home Thursday night. Last night now, I guess that was. So I didn't get to post much because my laptop just kept going off Wi-Fi. It would go on Wi-Fi for like 3 minutes and then it would go off Wi-Fi. So emails didn't get sent, content didn't get posted. Everything I thought I would catch up on in the day and a half I had to catch up on stuff didn't happen because the Wi-Fi didn't happen. So now, in 2 days, I get back on another plane. Have you ever looked at someone else's life and thought, wow, they're doing so much. They must have it all together. No, because let me tell you what, sometimes it just feels like organized chaos. Maybe your organized chaos looks different than mine. Maybe it's kids, aging parents, a demanding job or health stuff, financial stress. Whatever it is, we all have something. And if I just kept waiting for life to settle down, I would never get anything done. Because I realize life just doesn't settle down. It changes. And that's when everything changed for me. So let me say that again. When you realize your life is organized chaos and you have all these things going on, that is not the time to say, I'm going to keep waiting for life to settle down, because life will not settle down. It just changes. And that's when everything will change for you, when you realize that. Because let's say the power outage. The power outage was not my problem. The story I could have told myself was the problem. I could have said, I can't get anything done. This week doesn't count, and I'll start again Monday. That would have led to one choice. Do you know what that choice is? It would have been to start over and stay in the Monday loop. So I chose a different story. And here is what is interesting. About a year ago, I would have looked at all of this and said, well, this week doesn't count. I'll start over when life settles down. Except I now realize life does not settle down. It just changes. And I don't want, if you're sitting here and you're like, I don't want you to wait 50 years to realize that life doesn't settle down. It just changes, okay? Because when I realized I'd been waiting for a version of life that doesn't exist and that life is going to life, that's when I was able to realize everything changes and acknowledge what story I'm telling myself so I can continue to move forward. So, do you know what kept coming back to me over and over again in the last 2 weeks? What kept coming back to me actually was, life is going to life. And that's why I created the Saturday Masterclass for tomorrow, which is, what story are you telling yourself right now? Because we've been asking the wrong questions. Instead of asking, what is wrong with me? We need to ask, what pattern am I repeating? Because there is nothing wrong with you. It's a pattern. And we have to learn to break the pattern. So the 3 biggest takeaways that I've been teaching over the last few months is not that life let me start over there. The 3 biggest takeaways from the last few months that I've been teaching are, life is going to life, the event is not the problem, and confidence is an outcome, not a prerequisite. Remember, confidence does not come first. You have to get evidence, and once you have evidence or receipts, that's how you build confidence. Don't wait for confidence to happen. You have to build it through evidence. Now, I've realized something while I've been preparing this masterclass for tomorrow. Everything I've been teaching comes back to one thing: the stories we tell ourselves after life happens. That is huge. I thought when I started out on this journey, I was just going to be teaching other women how to stay instead of starting over. I thought I was going to be showing you how to not stay in the Monday loop, how to come out of the Monday loop. But over time, as I've been doing this, I have realized that it's deeper than that. Because it's not the event that's the problem. It is the story we tell ourselves. And that is so deep to unpack. Because the story we tell ourselves has to do with our life experiences. Our life experiences are what give us the story we tell ourselves. It could be based off stuff that happened in childhood. And in a lot of cases it is. But listen, I am not a psychiatrist, nor do I claim to be. I am only telling you this through experience and research that I have done, where we've also talked about fear versus intuition and our brain chemistry. It's very important. So tonight, I want to give you a new question to think about. What story are you telling yourself about the season you are in right now? Because if that question stirred something in you, tomorrow night we're going to go much deeper on that. I'm going to show you why so many smart women keep starting over and why I don't think anything is wrong with them or with you. So I thank you so much for watching for tonight. I know this was kind of a little bit of information, but also a teaser. But I'm really excited about the masterclass tomorrow night. It will be inside my Stay Cycle community group. I will drop that in the comments. Right now, the group is still public. It will go private, most likely at the end of the month, but you can go in there and watch the live tomorrow night in the community and see what we have to unpack about why smart women keep starting over and why I don't think anything is wrong with them or you. There's nothing wrong with you. It all has to do with the story we tell ourselves about the event that happened. So, excuse me. I hope you have a blessed rest of your Friday night. Hopefully you're not dealing with a thunderstorm like I am. Fingers crossed the power doesn't go out again tonight. And I will plan to see you tomorrow night at 8:35 inside the Stay Cycle community group. Have a blessed evening. Bye, everyone.